Hey tubers, what do you think of these sunglasses? I got them in Bangkok or in Pattaya somewhere. They sell them both places in the street. They were like $5. They're knockoff Ray-Bans, I think. It says Ray-Ban made in USA, but who knows? But they look cool as hell. This summer, I might not have my hair or a hat, but I'll try to have my sunglasses. Welcome back. I'm going to continue the story. Remember, it's all a pack of lies. I've edited it all different tricky ways in order to just use whatever footage I wanted to. And here's the story. When I last left you, yeah, it's true. There I was, standing off, all these little nurses in the bathroom, holding the door shut, telling them I'm bigger than they are, as I'm trying to drink and pee. And I'm fresh out of surgery. I tell you, when it was all finally done, I was slap wore out. I mean friggin' slap wore out. The hardest thing I've ever done in my life was that pee. And let me tell you, my body at that point was totally shot. But survived without the catheter, so at least the next day or two in the hospital, I felt much better. When they start hooking all those tubes to me, I'm just going downhill. Well, when they discharged me, about all I was good for is I went back to the hotel and I just laid there. And on this trip, man, I even used the hotel staff to order me food, bring it up to my room. I barely even went out. It was pitiful. I mean, everything about this trip, as far as what was to happen to my body, was as bad as I thought. And you can even now, at this point, we'll flip to some of the pictures of me when I first came back, and you could see how pitiful I was. God, I was puking up, still shitting blood. It was killing me. 6 weeks though, I'm 6 weeks from my last operation and I feel great. I'm still having some problems. I mean, I'm not ready to kayak yet or anything. I've been tuning up the equipment though, because as soon as I can, I'm going to try to stuff my fat ass in a boat and get going again. Well, I just hung out in Bangkok after that, caught a plane, came home. Was an interesting flight, but 40 hours I made it. The only other thing noteworthy is that I should mention that the day before the big earthquake tsunami in Tokyo, or in Japan, I was in the airport hanging out the whole afternoon waiting to transfer planes. So I guess I did have a little luck being in and out of Tokyo the day before the earthquake. Wow. Again, I want to thank everybody who's, sent me well wishes, my family who's been helping me, friends, everybody. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I can return the favor. If not, I'll be seeing you out on the river or on the street. Stay out of trouble. I'm trying something new this year. I have actually waxed the bottom of my kayak. You know how it is, dragging it, paddling it, you get the scrapes, scratches, the damage to the bottom, and there's a nice slick feel to a new piece of plastic in your kayak, or in a spot that even hasn't been rubbed by the river. But the bottom of the kayak, after a while, gets a little bit of furry, and you can feel all these scratches and grooves. So I waxed the bottom of it. Filled in all the light scrapes. Now the bottom feels slick. I mean, like new plastic slick. I don't think it's going to make me paddle any better, but I'm curious to know how long it lasts and if it does make the kayak perform a little differently. Less tension, maybe it'll get out of trouble quicker. All I did was take a candle and rub the bottom and then polish it a little bit with a rag, just to, you know, make sure it was smooth. And in fact, if you look at the bottom, and I'll film it to show you, you can see that it's nice, clean, slick, new plastic looking. Well, I'm on one of the little side streets in Bangkok and just walking around. There's always beggars on the street and filth everywhere. I think this is the Arab quarter, but I'm not exactly sure. I'll bet you they do a big business in ice. That's the first cat I've seen that looks like well cared for. And this is the first refrigeration that I've seen. No meditation for me.
One hour, 20 baht.
How much?
20 baht, 1 hour.
20 baht, 1 hour?
Exercise.
Okay.
Where you come from? Where you come from?
America. Well, I'm here in Pattaya. I finally found the walking street and it's evening time. The pretty Pattaya sign is over there. I don't know how well it's really coming through the, there we go. There's the Pattaya sign on the hill like Hollywood. The sun is setting. You've got the traditional Buddha statue right here. You know, the little shrine to everything good. All the little dancing figures, some fresh food, flowers. But what you really want to check out here is out in the bay, they got a floating restaurant. Dolphin Seafood Restaurant. And then there's another one right behind it that's, can't read it. It's just beautiful here. The weather's nice, the air is pretty clean. All the boats are over here. This is the backside of Walking Street, so it really kind of looks, well, looks typical. Now, I don't want to be stupid and walk off the edge. But you've got all these boats here. Just all parked in the water. I think there are a lot of restaurants and things. Another big restaurant boat right out there. But really, it's just beautiful here. Pattaya City. And man, it is nice.